Think about what Rob Pelinka did at the deadline.
But I'm not saying Rob Pelinka didn't do a good job.
Right,
I'm just saying, here's a team that got a whole new crew of guys in a short period of time. This isn't, in the NBA, it's not halfway point, even though we say halfway point. It's less than a halfway point come when after they trade, then you get to the playoffs. He was able to take all those guys that they brought, put them together, and will their way to the Western Conference Finals.
I don't like that narrative, bro. I don't like that narrative, bro. Because a lot of what I was seeing, bro, I was seeing just... And Bron sat out for majority when the... For the rest of the season, the rest of the regular season, Bron was sitting out, you know? So that really doesn't... You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really his will. You know what I'm saying? Really putting those guys together. Those guys figured it out together. You know what I'm saying? On the court. Then Bron came back during the playoffs and all that. You know what I'm saying? They was doing their thing. But you can't, I don't think you can give that to Bron. I don't think you can give that to Bron, in my opinion. Y'all see the title, man. Let's get to it.
It was only a matter of time before the Michael Jordan slander took place. You know, this is the thing that I don't understand. Michael Jordan is never in the media. He never posts anything. He just be over there minding his business, doing what $3.5 billion people.
That's one thing about it. Like, Mike don't even be saying that to nobody, you know? He don't really be saying that to nobody. He's like, I feel where bro going with this, but at the same time, it's always going to be conversation about the GOAT. Who's the GOAT, you know? But in terms of actual, you know what I'm saying, talking badly about Mike, I don't think nobody should do that. Mike doesn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason why he should be actually talking down on his career to bring somebody up. That's really what I hate.
People do, which is just enjoy their life and going about and spending their money, whatever it is. And nevertheless, somehow, some way, people find a way to take shots at the kid. It's not like as if Jordan is out there posting and letting you know, hey, I'm here. The guy just minding his business. And somehow, some way, people are always talking about him. What am I referring to? Now, as you guys know, Undisputed is back, and they now have a newly minted cast. Skip Bayless, who's always there. You now have Michael Irvin, you have Richard Sherman, and you have Keyshawn Johnson. Now, if there's something that you're going to know about, that you need to know about Undisputed, is that no matter what, they're going to find a way to produce a LeBron James topic, whether it's a good one or it's a bad one, or it's a ridiculous one, it's irrelevant. They still got to find a way to talk about LeBron because he really helps that show get a lot of rate. And, oh, by the way, speaking of LeBron James, you know, let me be petty real quick. You know, we got accused of needing LeBron videos to keep the lights on. We got accused of, oh, you got to produce LeBron. You need LeBron to feed you. Bah, 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 bah. So this is what I noticed on my hiatus. I noticed a lot of LeBron fans producing a lot of LeBron videos, but weren't getting any view. What was those checks looking like? No. Help me understand, because I'm a LeBron hater, and we need LeBron to get views. So I sat back and watched you guys try to get views with LeBron, and you couldn't get views. Do you know why you couldn't get views? It's because you're trash. That's the simple answer, my boy.
Yo, bro.
Trash.
Dreamers from you going crazy on niggas. I ain't gonna lie.
You could be talking
last
about
few weeks
Donald
he been talking
Trump,
shit.
Barack Obama. You could be talking about aliens. You could be talking about Noah Lyles. You could be talking about lions farting. You could talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. You still ain't gonna get no views because you're trash.
Sheesh.
That's the sum of it all, folks. Telling me we need LeBron. Well, I sat back and let you talk about LeBron. What happened? You didn't twerk enough? You didn't twerk loud enough for him? He didn't see you? He didn't press the button to let you...
Yo, my boy Dreamers from really be talking from straight feelings. And I think I remember the little, I guess you could say, the moments, I guess you could say, when he wasn't posting LeBron and shit. He was posting a lot of the stuff about the ESPN breakup. You know what I'm saying? And the fallout between Shannon Sharp and all that. His views was going crazy. It was going crazy. I remember that. He said it was the best, whatchamacallit, month for his channel and all that.
What happened? I just had to be petty. They know who they are because they're always watching. Anyway, let me get back to the show here. Given that they have a new ensemble cast, it means that we're going to be getting varying opinions. Now, what happened? They produced a LeBron James topic. A pointless topic, but nevertheless, they produced it, in my opinion. While they're talking about this topic, talking about what to expect from LeBron James going into this season, they then take it upon themselves to say, Michael Irvin takes it upon himself to now basically say, well, what LeBron James did, Michael Jordan could never, ever do it. And I'm like, oh, my God, here we go again. So for those of you guys who missed that exchange, we want to play it for you now, and then we're going to come back and really just demolish this topic. So take a listen to this exchange here.
Everybody was dumping until they made the trades to the Western Conference Finals.
At the trade.
After
Think
the
about
trades.
it.
Think about what Rob Pelinka did at the deadline.
But I'm not saying Rob Pelinka didn't do a good job. I'm just saying, here's a team that got a whole new crew of guys in a short period of time. This isn't, in the NBA, it's not halfway point, even though we say halfway point. It's less than a halfway point when after they trade, then you get to the playoffs. He was able to take all those guys that they brought, put them together, and will their way to the Western Conference Finals.
I don't like that narrative, bro. I don't like that narrative, bro. Because a lot of what I was seeing, bro, I was seeing just... And Bron sat out for majority when for the rest of the season, the rest of the regular season, Bron was sitting out, you know? So that really doesn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't really his will, you know what I'm saying, really putting those guys together. Those guys figured it out together, you know what I'm saying, on the court. Then Bron came back during the playoffs and all that. You know what I'm saying, they was doing their thing. But you can't, I don't think you can give that to Bron. I don't think you can give that to Bron, in my opinion.
Put them together and will their way to the Western Conference Finals.
And the way,
come on, man, stop.
The way to best describe this is for Skip and everybody, what LeBron did last year, Michael Jordan couldn't do. Period. He could not do. He couldn't take a late group, grabbing them, bringing them together, and take that group and melt them together to be a team to go on a run like that.
You mean at age 38 or ever?
Well, at age 38, Jordan was somewhere.
Am I bugging right now? Because I'm pretty sure LeBron wasn't even on the court. Like, he wasn't even playing during the end of that season, like the end of the regular season. Let me know in the comments, bro.
And that's a great question, and let me tell you why. I don't know if
maybe I'm bugging.
I think ever would be because at 38,
Michael,
that's what. Let me tell you what. Michael was a great individual.
We're about to get struck by lightning.
Michael was a great
I'm moving out of the way because it's coming through the ceiling.
He was a great individual talent. Great individual talent. But the guys that Michael Jordan was with, they understood how he is. They understood how he was, and they dealt with it. You take Michael out of that locker room, put him in another locker room. I just don't know if all those guys run with him the same. I'm talking about especially later in his career. Later in his career. You can put LeBron anywhere on any team. He's an agent himself. He's going to put a team together, and he's a great leader, and he can play the point. His skills don't erode to a place where he can't lift the team. Jordan only lifts a team with his individual skill, his play,
the greatest
which is
skill
going
ever.
to diminish. Yeah, it does, but that's going to diminish. And as that
lifting a team with your individual skill, that's what you're supposed to do as a great player, you know? And that's what LeBron does as well. You know what I'm saying? He uses his skill to lift up his teammates. You know what I'm saying? Uses his ability to drive to the basket to be able to get easy kickouts for the three. Yo, shit like that. Come on, bro. Let's talk basketball.
But it didn't diminish through 35, through 6 championships and 6 finals MVPs. Yeah. I've never seen anything like it. But I was there. I covered it. I know him.
When he was this age, when he's LeBron age, he's not playing.
He quit on principle. His coach got pushed out the door, and he said, I quit.
At 38 years old, though. I love Jordan. I love Jordan just like you do, Skip. But at 38, LeBron James is doing something different.
Okay. And his skill set says he...
And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He was average 38 straight for a month. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy at 38, bro. In my opinion, you know? So I understand what they're saying, but that wasn't when the after the trade. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really, like, part of my knowledge, bro. I can't even remember if he was playing during the end of the season, bro. I'm pretty sure he wasn't. So how are y'all giving him, like, the credit for that? He wasn't even on the court, you know?
He can do it.
Yeah.
He can go play the point.
So you heard what the playmaker had to say. You heard it. You heard it for yourself. Now, I'm beginning to believe that these people that produce these topics on television must believe that a lot of people that they're talking to are not privy to the information, may not have laptops, may not have smartphones, may not even have a connection to the internet, because I am surprised that he went out there and said that and wasn't expecting anyone to do a fact check. Let's get into some data here.
Please do, because
He said Michael Jordan.
I think Dreamers Pro about to get into it. Like, I hope he lets us know if Rob was playing.
He couldn't do that at his advanced age, right? Here's something worth noting. Y'all do realize that when Jordan was with the Wizards, he was older than LeBron James with the Lakers. You are aware of this. You are aware Jordan was like 38, 39, retired around 40.
Yep.
On the calendar, he was actually old. It's like LeBron coming back this year and missing a bunch of years before that. That's essentially what Jordan did. But let's get into the information. In the 2001-2002 season, when Michael Jordan was with the Washington Wizards, do you know what their record was? Their record was 37-45. Interesting. Let's investigate. In the 2002-2003 season, the Washington Wizards record was 37-45. Not very good records, right? But a below 500 team. Now, let's look at the roster that MJ was playing with. Well, let's go through it. He had Courtney Alexander. He had Kwame Brown. He had Hubert Davis. He had Richard Hamilton, Brendan Haywood, Popeye Jones, Christian Laettner, Tyronn Lue, Tyron Nesby, Bobby Simmons, Eaton Thomas, Jahadi White, and Chris Whitney. Now, let's look at this season, the next year in the 2002 season. Let's look at the roster he had then. During that year, he had... No. Sorry. I got the wrong year. Hold up a second here. I got to get it right because I saw Gilbert Arenas and I said, I know for damn sure Michael Jordan did not play with Gilbert Arenas. I know that for a fact, so that was that was my mistake. But that following season, MJ had who? Kwame Brown, Brian Cardinal, Juan Dixon, Anthony Goldwire, Brendan Haywood, Larry Hughes, Jared Jeffries, Christian Laettner, Tyronn Lue, Charles Oakley, Brian Russell, Bobby Simmons, Jerry Stackhouse, Ian Thomas, and Jahadi White. So those were Jordan's complement of players, right? Those were Michael Jordan's players. Fantastic. Now, let's go over to LeBron and the Lakers for a second here because he said he couldn't do what they did, right? What LeBron could do. He couldn't do what LeBron did. Let's look at LeBron James at the age of around 36 to 38. In the 2021 season, the Lakers had a record of 33-49, which is a worse record than the Wizards had. The next season, which was last season, the Lakers had a 43-39 record. So they actually had a better record than MJ's Wizards had, because I'm assuming that's what he's pointing towards. Now, he said that Michael Jordan couldn't do what LeBron James did. Well, let's look at LeBron's roster in the 2021 season with the Lakers. Carmelo Anthony, Trevor Ariza, DJ Augustine, Ken Bazemore, Avery Bradley, Darren Collins, Anthony Davis, Wayne Ellington, Dwight Howard, Stanley Johnson. Who else did they have? Austin Reeves, Russell Westbrook, Rajon Rondo, Malik Monk, Stanley Johnson, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, let's look at the team LeBron had last season going into that season. Now, obviously, they added some players. They had Patrick Beverley, who came and went. You had Anthony Davis, who was there. You had Rui Hachimura, who was there. You had D'Angelo Russell. You had Russell Westbrook, who was there and left. Then you had Lonnie Walker. Then you had Jared Vanderbilt. Then you had Dennis Schroeder. Then you had, who else did they have? Austin Reeves, Scottie Pippen Jr., who didn't play. Kendrick Nunn, Damian Jones. Who else did they have on that roster? Thomas Bryant and Mo Bamba. So those are the rosters. So let me ask you guys a question. Who were the Hall of Famers that Jordan played with?
I mean,
was it Jerry Stackhouse?
I feel you. But I just do feel like the Hall of Fame argument is a little like, skewed or flawed, you could say. I like to go all NBA, you know what I'm saying? All star. That's a little more, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Was it Larry Hughes? Was it Kwame Brown? No, it was Juan Dixon. Nah, it was Richard Hamilton. Who were the top 75 guys that Michael Jordan had? Who were the Hall of Famers?
I didn't expect him to make this point. I thought he was just gonna say was Bron, because bro, I really don't believe Bron was out there. Was he even? He didn't play at the.
LeBron had. Rajon Rondo was going to go into the Hall of Fame. Carmelo Anthony. Dwight Howard, who was going to be in the Hall of Fame. Who else? Anthony Davis. You had Russell Westbrook. DeAndre Drummond, who I forgot about him as well. He had all of these guys. DeAndre Drummond's not it's not a Hall of Famer. So let me ask you guys a question. Is this really the conversation you want to have? Is this really the conversation you want to have? Really, is it? Is it really the conversation you want to have? Michael Jordan, at his advanced age, given the fact that Jordan was also injured, he had knee problems at the age of 39 and 40. His first year for the Wizards, where he was about 30, 38, 39, that season, he played 60 games. His last year at the age of 40, before he retired, he played all 82 games. All 82 games. What Michael Irvin said was a bunch of nonsense.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't even referring to that. I'm pretty sure he's just referring to the second half of the regular season. I'm pretty sure that's what he's referring to. Really just turning it around. And I feel like Bron doesn't have as much to do with that as we think. Well, y'all probably don't even think that, but yeah, bro, I don't even think Bron was even on the court at that point. Wasn't he injured or just sitting out for some reason? Someone gonna let me know in the comments, bro. But yeah.
Period. Those Chicago.
And the reason why I don't like the Hall of Fame argument, because it doesn't really show how good of a player they was in those seasons. Yes, they was a great player. Like Russell Westbrook, he was a great player. You know what I'm saying? Before he got to the Lakers, he wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? When he was on the Lakers, let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Rondo as well. You know what I'm saying? Dwight Howard, things like that, bro. It's not like Hall of Fame does not show how good they was in that particular season that you're critiquing, I guess you could say, But that's what we're going to get out of here, man. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this one. Click on the last reaction, share the video with your peoples on your social media platforms. I'm out of here, man.